I'm Alexis Skarda, and I just broke the FKT women's record on the white rim. Again.
Beauty fades not your soul. Tell me, where do you wanna go?
It's Halloween.
On that holiday when death takes its toll. You're gone, but your body's still at home.
It was my goal this season to get the women's FKT on the white rim and break 7 hours. Woo! I think FKT records are interesting because the time continuously gets harder and faster and more competitive. And every time someone goes after it and beats it, people are like, oh, no one's ever going to be able to get a time faster than that. But then someone always does. But this year being 2020 and all, I ended up doing a lot of events that I normally wouldn't do that pushed me out of my comfort zone.
It's just one God in a sea of restless souls. It's up to you to be wise and see it through. Your body's just a ship to carry you.
Payson really brought a lot of attention to the white rim. One of his goals was to standardize the loop, starting at the northernmost point and doing the loop counterclockwise. Now that several men and women have gone for the record in this fashion, it sort of established itself as the unofficial official route. It was a dry summer, so I had to wait for the rain. I wanted perfect conditions so I could do the loop as fast as I possibly could. The perfect day landed on Halloween. When you're going for the record, it's necessary to be self-supported. This means the nutrition, hydration, tools, everything you have has to be on you from the start. In my pack, I had CarboRocket 333 and 2 tall water bottles. For nutrition, I brought Honey Stinger gels and then a bar and Honey Stinger gummies. Also, I went to the bathroom 0 times. It has to be just you, the desert, and hundreds of other tourists out on the road. When you're out there for 7 hours, there's a climb at the end that averages 15% grades of steepness. Your body's going to break eventually.
Right there. This is tough. Yeah, that's right. It's only gonna be done for a little bit longer. Keep it up.
Just being off the bike is like the best gift. Because like the first 50 is interesting. Like you got that fun downhill section, and then you got some like steep ups and like really beautiful cliffs and fun like techie downhills. And then the last half is just like, man, you just gotta power through. And then like the last 15 miles is like the longest. About 6:58 hopefully.
About 6:57, 6:58.
So I might have just
wristwatch.
clipped the 7 hour mark, I hope. Which is funny because like halfway through I was like, I think I could do like 6:30 pretty easily. But I still did it and I accomplished my goals. Nope. Hey G, since you're over there, can I get some chocolate milk? Thank you. I was really excited to have been able to get the record under 7 hours. No one will be able to beat that, right? So I'm back at the white rim for take 2. Here we go again. I was pretty happy with my first effort, but then when I saw someone beat it by just 16 seconds like a month later, it fired me up, I think, more than I expected it to. To shave off those minutes, I really focused on nutrition and what to do better so that I can actually feel better towards the end of the ride. I'm heading over to the Colorado Mesa University Human Performance Lab to run some tests and see exactly how many carbohydrates I burn per hour to really dial in my nutrition. Yeah, it felt good. I'm excited to see the results. And found out it was a lot of calories. Kind of an impossible amount to be able to keep up with. So according to this, I need to eat a 100-calorie gel every 7 minutes.
At 200 watts, she was at 60 mils of O2 per kilogram per minute.
I'd like to see a 10-minute improvement versus just like a minute. I think today is gonna go well. I'm feeling pretty fit. A big rider like this, there's so many variables that I'm nervous about. So it's like a mechanical happens, and all the effort that you put into this is just like, you know, done. Because I feel confident with my skills, trying to focus on things that I need to do right instead of all the things that could possibly go wrong. On my frame, I taped my time target goals I wanted to hit at certain parts of the ride. Yesterday, March 3rd, it was pretty windy and a lot sandier than my first attempt. I knew that I could still improve and go faster. So I knew I was going to shave off some seconds on the road, so that gave me kind of confidence to just try to keep that 2 minutes and just try to keep shaving time off throughout the entire route. And when I was looking at my times, I was about a minute slower on each of the major climbs that were out there. But I was able to get more time off of the gradual climbs and the downhills and all of the other parts, which made up a lot of that time. I was glad that I went faster on the first half, because the second half, I think I had some cross breezes and kind of just stayed at a consistent 4 minutes ahead of my time. And I was glad to have that extra time when I got to Schaefer, because that's the steepest part of the climb and I wasn't sure how my body was gonna be at that point. I just tried my best to get through it.
Just gotta crush the pavement. You're looking really, really good on the gradual stuff.
The road section after that, I was able to go a lot faster.
It's pretty tight right now. She looked solid on the road. She looked good, tired but good.
There she comes. There she comes.
I can't believe I got it. After Schaefer, I wasn't feeling so great. My back was just hurting so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep doing this. I am so happy to be off my bike. Oh. It's funny how quick you forget how that feels. You always look back and you're like, why didn't I just go faster? And then you're out there and you're like, oh yeah, that's why. So sandy, and there was kind of a headwind and my chain got stuck. I had to stop and fix it and throw up for a second. Schaefer is so overwhelming because you're just looking up and it's so steep. I'm jamming so hard on the first 60 miles and then I'm over it. Having a good time, jumping off stuff and
You made it.
I made it. Made it. This ride is so freaking intense. When I finished, I ended up being 4 minutes and 21 seconds ahead of my first attempt. Again, it's hard to say how much time you can really shave off. I was hoping to get a really big chunk, but I was pretty happy with the 4 minutes. Do I want to do it again? If you ask me right now, no, I don't want to go out and do the white room again, but ask me again when someone else beats the time.